A major explosion in Oman has reignited scrutiny of regional tensions just days after Trump's controversial warning drew international attention. The blast struck one of Oman's most important energy facilities, raising concerns over the security of Gulf oil exports. Reports of a suspected drone strike have sent shockwaves through energy markets and heightened fears of further escalation. The explosion forced a suspension of loading activities at a critical export terminal serving international crude markets. Several oil tankers were seen anchored offshore as authorities assessed the impact of the disruption. The incident has raised fresh concerns about the vulnerability of key energy corridors in the Gulf region. Trump's earlier remarks have returned to the spotlight as tensions surrounding Oman and the Strait of Hormuz intensify. Reports of growing coordination between Tehran and Muscat have fueled debate over the future security of the strategic waterway.
Iran wants control of the Strait of Hormuz. Would you accept a short-term deal that allows Iran and Oman to control the Strait? And would they have to open it immediately, or would you be open to that happening over a period of time?
No, the Strait's going to be open to everybody.
And who would control it?
It's international waters. Nobody's going to control it. We're going to watch over it. We'll watch over it, but nobody's going to control it. That's part of the negotiation that we have. They would like to control it. Nobody's going to control it. It's international waters, and Oman will behave just like everybody else, so we'll have to blow them up. They understand that. They'll be fine.
The blasts in Oman have intensified fears that the U.S. Iran confrontation is once again spilling beyond military targets and into critical regional infrastructure. In the aftermath of recent U.S. strikes on Qeshm Island, a close Arab partner aligned with President Trump appears to be shouldering substantial political and security costs, a dynamic that underscores how targeted military actions can produce significant regional fallout and strain long-standing alliances. Observers say Iranian strikes have reverberated across Kuwait, producing visible damage at the international airport and forcing aviation authorities to halt flights temporarily, a disruption that has immediate effects on travel, commerce, and the daily lives of thousands of passengers. Reports indicate multiple people were injured at Kuwait International Airport amid a fresh exchange of fire between Iranian and U.S. forces, an escalation that transformed a civilian transit hub into a scene of chaos and human suffering, while raising urgent questions about the protection of non-combatants. Kuwait's defense ministry has stated that sections of the airport building were severely damaged during the recent attacks, a confirmation that points to substantial infrastructure harm, an extended repair timeline, and a likely period of heightened security and investigation at the site. Fresh fears of regional escalation emerged after Iran reportedly launched missiles toward U.S.-linked targets in the Gulf. Iran's Revolutionary Guards claimed responsibility for what they described as precise strikes against American military positions. Iran said the operation was retaliation for reported American military action targeting Qeshm Island. The Revolutionary Guards warned that any new attack would be met with a far stronger response. Tehran declared that future confrontations would carry consequences for any force targeting Iranian territory. Press TV's report said, and I quote, Iran's IRGC announced that it struck a U.S. military airbase and the U.S. Fifth Fleet's headquarters with missiles and drones in retaliation for American attacks. The IRGC said a U.S. warplane first hit an Iranian tanker near the Strait of Hormuz late last night, causing engine room damage. In response, the IRGC targeted a U.S.-affiliated vessel named Pania with naval missiles. After a subsequent U.S. strike on an IRGC telecom tower on Qeshm Island, the IRGC Aerospace Force attacked a U.S. air and helicopter base in a regional country as well as the Fifth Fleet's command center. The IRGC warned that any violation of security in the Strait of Hormuz would bring a harsh price for the U.S. military, unquote. Authorities in Bahrain activated warning sirens and advised residents to move to safe locations. American forces claimed they successfully engaged several incoming missiles and drones during the attack. CENTCOM statement read, and I quote, U.S. forces successfully defeated multiple Iranian ballistic missiles and drones, and conducted self-defense strikes on Qeshm Island in response to attempted attacks by Iran across the Middle East, June 2nd. Iran launched several ballistic missiles toward regional neighbors. However, all failed to hit their intended targets. 2 Iranian missiles fired at Kuwait fell short or broke apart en route, and 3 missiles launched at Bahrain were immediately intercepted by U.S. and Bahrain air defense forces. Moments earlier, U.S. Central Command, CENTCOM, forces shot down 3 one-way attack drones launched by Iran toward civilian mariners that were rightfully transiting regional waters. American forces also conducted self-defense strikes on an Iranian military ground control station on Qeshm Island. No U.S. personnel were harmed. CENTCOM forces remain vigilant and ready to defend against unwarranted Iranian aggression during the ongoing ceasefire, unquote. According to US officials, the missiles either malfunctioned or were intercepted before impact. CENTCOM said it conducted defensive strikes against an Iranian control facility linked to the operation. Iranian media reported explosions near Keshem as tensions intensified across the Gulf region. The US military claimed additional Iranian drones targeting maritime traffic were intercepted. The latest exchange of fire has raised fresh doubts about the durability of the current ceasefire. Tehran insists its strikes were aimed at American military facilities in the Gulf and not at Kuwait civilian airport terminal. Iran's IRGC says damage to Kuwait Airport was caused by a malfunctioning US Patriot interceptor, a claim firmly rejected by CENTCOM. Iran claimed it targeted a US Naval Command facility in the Gulf, but American military officials have denied that such an attack occurred.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that we will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry guards.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.